This video is to help captains running a team in Zuluru for the first time. It uses the Okua website, but the concepts apply to any site running Zuluru. This video assumes that you're already familiar with the basics of navigating Zuluru and that you've completed the registration process for your team. Registration will be the subject of our next video. Today we're going to walk you through roster management, attendance tracking, and scoring games. So, you're the captain of a newly registered team. The first thing you'll notice is that you have exciting new icons for this team, giving you options that you don't have for a team where you're just a player. You can edit the team or check your players' email addresses for easy communication, but right now you don't have any players, so let's fix that by adding some. We've got a couple ways to build our roster here. Since it's our first time captaining, we'll probably be starting with some individual searches. Clicking the help icon up here will give you some details about how to use wildcards, which are very handy when you don't know how someone's name is spelled or what variant they used. I'm going to search here for Chris, but I don't know if he's listed himself as Chris or Christopher, and his last name is hard to spell, so I've used the first few letters of each name with asterisks at the end to make the search more general. There he is. I'll add him to the roster as a regular player. By clicking Submit, the system sends him an email with an invitation to join the team. There's easy links in that email that he can click on to accept or reject the invitation, and when he does either one, I'll get an email back letting me know. Adding people one at a time like this is fine, but a bit tedious. It just so happens that there's a couple people from another team that I'm on that are also going to play with this team. I can select that team from my history here, check off the people that I want, and click Invite to add them all to the roster. Just like that, a whole bunch of emails have gone out, and I can sit back and wait for people to accept the invites. Let's see how the team is looking. We can see the invites here. If we wait a while and refresh, they've accepted the invites and my roster is set up. Well, it's on the small side so far, but let's pretend that I've actually added more people. Now let's say we're partway into the season, and I've realized that Christiane is a great resource who I want to be more active with the team, so I'm going to promote her to assistant captain. And I've realized that Chris is not really reliable about coming out to games, and he hasn't paid me yet, so I'm going to demote him to just a sub. If there's someone I want to remove, I just change them to not on the team, and we're done. All of these changes will send an email to the player in question to let them know what's up. That's how we deal with the roster. Now we want to see who's coming out to the games. Let's look at the edit page to make sure our attendance tracking settings are what we want. Attendance tracking is enabled here, so we have some extra email options. This team plays on Thursdays, so I want emails to remind my players about the game on Monday. That's 3 days before the game, so I've got a 3 here. Just like the roster invite emails, these automatic emails include links for the player to say whether they're coming or not. I'll give them another day to respond, so I want the system to email me with the current attendance on Tuesday, 2 days before the game. And starting on Wednesday, I need to know about changes pronto, so 1 day before the game, I want the system to email me if anyone changes their attendance. This all looks good, so let's go to the season attendance page. We see here that spotty attendance that made me drop Chris to sub status. And I can see from the different icon that he's added a comment on this game, and hovering over that will show me the comment. As captain, I'm allowed to change anyone's attendance in here for future games, or for recently played ones. If my players are good about keeping this updated, I won't have to do that, but the option is there when it's needed. If we go to the team schedule page, we can see that the confirmed attendance is also reflected there. And we can get specifics for a game here. Again, of course, as captain, I can change anyone's attendance in here or add comments. Attendance is on the main page too. You can get to the season attendance in the My Team section, or you can see game-specific attendance or update your own down in this area. Okay, we're in the home stretch here. We've got a roster, people have told us whether they're coming, and we've got some games on our schedule. Because this one is passed, we can submit the score. We'll say my team won 15-12, and if you're familiar with League Runner, these spirit questions will look familiar. I'll just leave them at the defaults to keep this brief. We can enter any minor concerns we might have about the game, or any highlights that we want brought to someone's attention. If something more serious happened, we can submit an incident report, which will go to a more senior administrator for follow-up. That's all there is to submitting scores. Since I'm the first to submit, the other captain will get an email with my score in it, and they can easily confirm it. Like it says here, my team won the game, and as soon as it's confirmed, it will be officially posted. Until then, the unofficial result is shown, so all the fans of my team can see right away that we've won. That's the basics of being a captain, at least as far as Zuluru is concerned. We can't help you with how your players play, but at least we can help you make sure that you have enough players and keep the post-game routine to a minimum. We hope that this has helped you understand how to be a captain in Zuluru. Future videos in this series will cover more advanced captaining topics like communicating with your team, live game scoring, team events and franchises, as well as system administration. If there are topics you'd like to see covered, let us know.